The purpose of this presentation is to describe how the copyright lesson I designed will follow the Assure model. The first component of the lesson will be to analyze the learners. It would be ideal to pre-test the learners about copyright rules and guidelines to see what they already know. This way we can access prior knowledge when we go into the lesson. Depending on the results of the pre-test, teaching needs to be adapted for the gifted and/or differently abled students. And then finally, it would be ideal to allow students choice in terms of displaying mastery of concept. The ideal would be presentation, which can be a video, PowerPoint, Google Slides, Prezi, or some other pre-approved lesson. The next component of the Assure model is the state standards and objectives. Below I listed one standard from the International Standards of Technology and Education, Standard 2C, as well as Strand 1, Dimension 2 of Goals and Principles for Texas Libraries. These are two standards that are set forth by these organizations as well as the state of Texas to help students demonstrate the understanding that they're to meet. And then, of course, the rubric given to students will be the objectives set forth by me for them to complete the assignment. Next, we have select strategies and resources. Of course, I'd like to show the learners a presentation on copyright guidelines. Next, I would like them to have access to copyright information sources. And these are the websites that are listed in the presentation itself. And learners will have access to that presentation. Guided instruction on using these resources. This would be, of course, best in a computer lab or the use of laptops. And this is where modifications can be applied for those gifted or differently abled students. A note-taking handout on copyright presentation. Again, this is where modifications can be put in place. A group discussion on copyright guidelines, their thoughts, what they know about it, any information they would like to share. And just for fun, a Kahoot to test the knowledge immediately following the copyright lesson. Google Slides, Prezi, YouTube, plays, or skits can all be useful resources as well. The next component of the Assure model is the utilization of resources. The teacher will prepare a note-taking handout for the copyright lesson. Again, this is where modifications can be in place. The teacher will prepare discussion and questions to help guide learners as they talk about copyright issues and laws. A computer lab or laptop cart will have to be obtained in order for the lesson to take place. And this will be the time to prime students for the copyright exploration that they will be pursuing. The next component is require learner participation. Learners will have to participate in group discussions on copyright issues. They will have to take notes on the copyright guidelines given by the teacher. They will have to participate in the Kahoot challenge that will test their mastery of the content. And again, they'll have to show mastery by giving a presentation in a preferred method. This is where those modifications can be instilled as well. These can be a skit or a play, recorded video, a traditional presentation, or another pre-approved presentation format. Next, we have the evaluate and revise portion. Of course, students are given the rubrics for the presentations in advance so that they can better prepare and know what to expect on their evaluations. Students either do not meet or exceed standards and objectives set on the rubric. Students are expected to receive specific and relevant feedback for their learners. Modify lesson if the major learning discrepancies are apparent.